So actually, if you get a small one, right, you can get another fragrance with it.
Oh, what do you... Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lisa and I'm crazy about perfumes. If you've watched previous videos, I've mentioned that I purchased a perfume from the Guerlain Boutique in Singapore, so I'm gonna talk about that experience in this video. I had planned to purchase Neroli Outrenoir from the Art and Le Martier range from Guerlain since about May. This line is not available in Brisbane where I live, so I would have to wait for my next trip and hopefully it would be available at that destination, and it turned out that it was. Guerlain has a boutique in Singapore, and so I decided to stay close to where the boutique was, as I would only be stopping over for one night and I didn't want to have a long commute finding where the boutique was, etc. So I stayed at the Swiss Hotel Stamford, which is connected to the Raffles City Mall where Singapore's Guerlain Boutique is. I had arrived around 1 at the hotel and my room was not ready, so I decided to have lunch. So I headed to the mall through the connecting passageway and barely made a few steps and turned a corner and there was the boutique. I could see the bottles of the L'Art and Le Martier line twinkling at me, and I made a beeline and I was greeted by their salesperson Ezra. Shout out to Ezra who helped me with the purchase, and I basically said Neroli Outrenoir and he sprayed some for me on a black fan, which he then waved for me to smell, but I already knew that I wanted this fragrance, so I said yes, I'm gonna purchase it. And then he said we offer personalization, so we went to take a look at the options. I'll show you the bottle. So here is the L'Art and Le Martier bottle. It's already been personalized, but the base would be the shape of it, so the glass part here, and at the back there is an etching of a bee, which I think is quite gorgeous, and the cap you see is black underneath and the label is black with gold lettering. So all this was standard. I didn't get to choose any of that. This is a 100ml bottle. They also have 200ml bottles. So what is personalized is the cap, the top of the cap, which I chose this sort of textured gold color, and the cord. So I chose red and gold for this little round bit here, and I chose the font for the engraving as well as the bee. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I think you can see from there. In terms of the font, I was told that this is the most popular or the most beautiful, so I chose it. And where I could also choose where it was on the bottle And I think there was also the option of like a gold colored plate, but I'm not sure. I don't recall where else on the bottle it could have been placed, the engraving. The only thing with where my name is engraved now is when the cord is down, the engraving is somewhat hidden. You know, that's fine with me because I'm the only one who's gonna ever see this bottle, so I'm the only one using it. So it's sort of a little bit nice in a way because it's kind of hidden. But I can see that for some this might be annoying. They might want to be able to see their engraving clearly, so I do think there was the option of placing it somewhere else on the bottle. If not, if this is the only place where it can be situated, then I would say that the design is a bit annoying, but I did choose where it sits. And I must say I didn't consider where the cord would sit. Neither was it sort of pointed out to me that, oh, you know, if you do choose for it to be here, the cord will cover your engraving. So I had made that decision and I asked how long will it take. I was hoping that it would be super quick, and they said, oh, 5 minutes. We have everything in the boutique. I think that's why this range is not available everywhere Guerlain is available, because it has to be personalized, so they must have all the equipment at that location. So I'm guessing they then took the empty bottle with nothing on it, filled it up with the fragrance I chose, and then put everything together. And then, or perhaps before they put it all together, they did my engraving. During all that process, I was approached by another staff member. I had taken a seat at a mirror which looked like it was like a beauty makeup counter mirror for maybe people to try on makeup, and then I was approached by a lady who came out of a door. There was a door, and she said, would you like a facial today? Because her customer who had booked in the facial at this time couldn't make it, so she had a free appointment and it would be free of charge. And I was like, how long will it take? Because I was hungry and I also was mindful that I needed to get back to the hotel, and she said about half an hour, and I was fine with that. So she introduced herself as Sarah, and she then took me through to a room which was really beautifully kitted out. The whole boutique was really beautiful. And then we started the facial, and in the process I realized that this is part of a sale. They're trying to make me buy even more stuff. I had already decided to purchase the perfume, which was 550 Singapore dollars, so it wasn't cheap. Prior to getting the facial, she had already sat me down and gone through what she thought were my skin concerns, and she had recommended the Orchidee range, and one of the products for that was like 800 Singapore dollars, which was more than I had wanted to spend on anything else on top of the perfume. I was happy with maybe 200-300 more. And the facial itself was a really good experience. I particularly enjoyed the use of the exfoliator, but that was not sold. It was only used within their spas. In the facial room, they also had a couple of their perfumes which we could use, and a hairbrush. So the whole setup was quite comfortable, and obviously they had thought of these little touches to make it comfortable for their customer. And after that facial, I also had like a hand and arm massage, and after that we popped out and I made a purchase. She had used the Abeille Royale, I don't know if that's pronounced right, which is their range that features honey, and I was really happy with what it smelled like. So I was keen to purchase something from this range is I'm a bit sensitive to smell, so it's important that the product either has no smell or a smell that I enjoy. And I ended up purchasing a serum because she and I sort of agreed that if we're gonna spend hundreds of dollars, it would be for something that's a little bit powerful. I did inquire about a sunscreen, and she sort of said, oh, you can buy any type of sunscreen. We probably wouldn't want to spend this kind of money on a sunscreen I could get elsewhere. So I ended up with the serum, which is in this rather cute bottle. It's got two components of the serum, and this pump here will push both of them out, and then you mix and put on your face. And yeah, I actually really enjoy using this. You can see I've made a dent in it already, and the bee is everywhere. Bee here, another bee here, bee on top. Guerlain really does lovely packaging. So this is the other item that I purchased from that boutique that day. And they mentioned that if I purchase over a certain amount, they would be able to give me some samples, some free things. The giving of samples is common with Guerlain. I saw that if I had purchased the item online, I would have been offered 2 samples, I think, of perfumes. So it was partly expected, but I didn't expect them to give as many items as they did. I received a room spray, a couple of L'Art and La Matière samples, and also a few samples from the Aqua Allegoria range. So these are all complimentary with the purchase of that bottle of Neroli Outrenoir. And here is the cute little pouch that the Aqua Allegoria samples came in. So this is really cute, and it's really beautiful inside. It's got the flower pattern on the inside, and he gave me Neroli Vetiver, this one, Rosa Rosa, and Mandarin Basilisk. And when I saw the bottles, I thought, oh no, I wonder if they're a spray bottle. And as suspected, they are not spray bottles, but they are really quite cute. They're mini bottles. Instead of coming in the usual glass vial with a spray, they're mini of the Aqua Allegoria bottle. So that's cute. And it's the dabber style. This and dab on your skin. So I don't love dabber bottles, and I did try to decant this, but that morning I didn't have a lot of patience. But yeah, really love the pouch that it came in. And from the L'Art and La Matière range, they gave me samples of Mas Ultra Blanc and Angelique Noir. I've got Angelique Noir here. So these are in the standard sample vials. And I've heard of Angelique Noir. I think it's quite famous in the perfume YouTube world. And I've quite enjoyed wearing it, so it might be a future purchase, we'll see. And the other thing they said about this bottle is that it's refillable. They gave me a certificate with the details, and at any Guerlain boutique worldwide, I'll be able to refill it. There isn't one in Australia, and the staff at the Singapore boutique said they haven't heard of any plans for Guerlain Boutique to be open in Australia, so it would be a travel thing if I ever get through this bottle with all the perfumes, the other perfumes that I've got. And on the beauty side, in terms of complimentary items, I received this pouch with little minis of the Abeille Royale range because I expressed how much I would like the smell, I guess. So they gave me some more items to try. From these items, I've tried their day moisturizer, Creme Joie. Came in this little tub. The sample size is 7 ml, and I have really enjoyed using this moisturizer. It's pretty much gone because I enjoyed it so much. Oh, this fragrance is so good. I would totally buy a perfume of this fragrance. It's like the perfume I got from Tokyo Station, except that this is sweeter, rounder, more caramel. But my gosh, this scent, the fragrance of this range is just stunning, and this is on my list to purchase again as well. It's thick. When I put it on, I could feel my pores start to sweat, and I could tell that it was too thick for day use for me. Maybe in the current Brisbane weather, but I can see myself using it for winter, and I have been using it at night in our spring weather here in Brisbane. Really love this. And she also gave me a couple of items in these sachets. There was another one that she gave me, but I can't recall exactly what it was. I have used, it might have been a moisturizer of some sort. This is for hair. So overall, my experience at Guerlain Boutique in Singapore was very enjoyable. I got exactly what I was looking for. The service was helpful, effusive. I guess because I was spending a bit of money there, super friendly, and I was very satisfied with my time at that boutique. I'll definitely be going back. I've been signed up for some membership thing, and I wish that there was a Guerlain Boutique closer to home, but at the same time, it's probably a good thing because I probably would be spending a lot more money than I usually would, because Guerlain products are so beautiful. So the Abeille Royale I've seen in the Guerlain counter at David Jones, so that is more widely available than the L'Art and the Martier range. So potentially I would be able to purchase that moisturizer that I like so much here without having to travel. Another thing I noticed was the use of iPads. So they showed me the personalization of the Neroli Outrenoir bottle on an iPad. I made my selections there. And also at the end, I had a survey. I was asked if I wanted to give some feedback, and I did that on an iPad as well. In terms of the caps, I selected one which was included in the price, but they did have maybe 3 or 6 others which would have been an additional price on top of the 550 Singapore dollars for the bottle. I think they do quite a good job of making beautiful options for the customers, and I guess as with everything, it can be even more beautiful when there's a price to pay. So that's it for my experience at the Guerlain Boutique. I definitely will be returning. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here, and thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed so far. I'm hoping to reach 500 subscribers soon, as that opens up more options for me on YouTube as a creator. Again, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!